Josh D'Amaro, it's me again, coming back with a vengeance.
I'm about to end this man's whole career. Oh, hi, Mark.
Hey, travelers, welcome back to Roberto's Room. So we did, a little while ago, Magic Kingdom, building a better Magic Kingdom, and I thought there are 3 other parks that need some desperate love, and why not Animal Kingdom next? Believe it or not, this park in particular is near and dear to my heart because it has my favorite ride that, if you know anything about Disney World recently, they are taking out of the park, and I'm sorry, but I took that personally. And that's honestly one of the reasons why I'm making this video, because there's one ride in particular that is so close to my heart. And if you've seen my video of what I consider to be my favorite film of all time, you know exactly what ride I'm talking about. If you think you know what it is, right now, stop, drop a comment down below and let me know what ride you think it is. But I will let you know, of course, as this video goes on, and I want to see if you get it right. But before we get into this video, if you would, again, drop a comment down below if you think that you know what my favorite ride in all of Disney World is. Also, please subscribe and drop a like down below. Again, I know a lot of y'all, especially my Marvel and DC rebuild, refresh, redo videos that I did, a lot of y'all watched, and I'm so thankful to everyone that watched. It was amazing. But I would love to have you guys subscribe so that we can continue to make videos like this. Thank you so much again to those that are watching. And without further ado, let's fix Animal Kingdom.
Smile, everyone! We're back.
Alright, let's talk Animal Kingdom. And of course, when you enter Animal Kingdom, the first thing that you're greeted with is Discovery Island, which I love Discovery Island because, again, just like with Main Street USA over at Magic Kingdom, gives you a really nice introduction while actually having a ride already there. And I actually love the ride that they just took out of the park, which I would have reinstated, which is It's Tough to Be a Bug. It's a 3D film ride based on A Bug's Life. It's actually more of a theater experience, but it's a really fun time, and the fact that you actually get to go into the Tree of Life itself and see the carvings up close, I think is really nice. I know they're replacing it in the current day with a Zootopia attraction, but I have some plans for Zootopia in this park anyway. Next, we have Pandora, the world of Avatar. This whole section of the park, there's a lot of things that I wouldn't change, and honestly, there's only one change that I would make, and that is given Way of Water and Fire and Ash, which is upcoming. I think we need to give the Tulkun, the whale-like creatures, in Way of Water, and I heard they will also be in Fire and Ash, a little bit of love with their own ride. This, of course, being more of a family-friendly ride called Tulkun Journey, Guardians of the Sea. A slow-moving trackless dark ride in manta-shaped ride pods with some indoor scenes, outdoor scenes, and gentle motion simulator elements added as well. I would honestly borrow a lot from the Jurassic World ride, which is currently, I think, in Beijing in Universal Studios, and have it be a lot of screens, again, kind of like with Flights of Passage, which is such a gorgeous ride, and have it be a ride that maybe, although not as thrilling, lives up to the quality of that. Of course, I would leave Na'vi River Journey there as well. I think that's a fun ride that, especially for families, it's a really nice time. Next, we have Africa, and I love this land in Africa because I love Kilimanjaro Safari. I love seeing all the animals, and I would keep a lot of that the same. I would honestly just do 2 things to Africa, and that is, you have a land centered in Africa, and The Lion King really has only one thing here, and that is the celebration of the Lion King show, which is phenomenal. But we need a ride for Lion King. And for me, that would be a headline attraction called Lion King Rise of Pride Rock. Have it be a motion-based trackless dark ride, and I want this to be large scale. This is Lion King. Come on, we need this to be large scale. Seamless blending of the trackless tech from Rise of the Resistance with Flights of Passage's motion immersion and the environmental realism of Kilimanjaro Safari. Bring all that together with some real Disney magic, the kind that Disney is used to making, and have it be centered on Scar and the hyenas taking over Pride Rock. Maybe even, again, build some synergy between this and the ride over at Shadowlands in Magic Kingdom that we talked about in the last video. Maybe that occurs before the events of this story, which again, most people visit Magic Kingdom first, so having that synergy would actually make sense between the two parks. That I would have Scar and the hyenas, who have taken over Pride Rock, throw the Pride Lands into chaos, and the guests join Simba, Nala, Rafiki, Timon, and Pumbaa on a dangerous journey to reclaim the throne. The ride takes you on a peaceful ride through grasslands and also through thrilling stampedes, stormy canyons, and a fiery final battle between Simba and Scar. Lastly, in Africa, I thought we'd give some love to a movie that doesn't really have any love at all, and I think that is to Disney's detriment, and that is Mighty Joe Young, and that is with Mighty Joe Young's Jungle Journey. And this would be a family-friendly ride, kind of ride through the jungle, and you get to see Mighty Joe, maybe with projections, maybe not with a huge animatronic, but have it be something where it's gentle and the kids can kind of go through and maybe have a recreation of that scene where they're trying to capture Joe, but you're riding along with him and he's dealing with all the different people that are trying to capture him. So I think that would be kind of nice. You'd have a little bit of a thrill element, but not too much, because this is made more for young families. Next up, we have Asia. Now, Asia is, again, like a lot of Disney's lands, one that is nice as is, but we could add a little bit more synergy with, especially the Disney movies that already exist, and I wanted to do that. Leave Expedition Everest, I think that's awesome. The Maharaja Jungle Trek, great. Kali River Rapids, I love a good water ride. But also have a new ride based on Raya and her film, and have it be called Journey Through Kumandra. And this, of course, being a family-friendly ride with moments of excitement with indoor and outdoor scenes, special effects, and interactive elements. And also, along with Raya's quest, we would also have a ride called The Jungle Book, Adventure Through the Jungle. Again, another family-friendly ride. I wanted to have a lot of rides that families could enjoy, especially in Animal Kingdom, because you have rides like Avatar and things like that. And we haven't even gotten to some of the best parts of this park. Now, I know that Dino Land is being replaced, and this is where I mentioned that my favorite ride in all of Disney lives, and of course we're going to preserve that ride, and that ride is of course Dinosaur. That is my ultimate favorite ride. The fact that they're taking it out, I think it's so I wanted to of course leave that ride intact, but I think Dino Land is a wasted opportunity. And one of the things that was the driving force of Animal Kingdom when they created it was having a place where you could visit real animals, animals from the past, and animals that don't exist, that are mythological. And I think that we can transform Dino Land USA into a land that I like to call Mystic Wilds. The theme of this land being a mysterious, ancient realm where prehistoric giants and legendary beasts coexist in a wild, untamed landscape. Guests explore vast jungles, volcanic mountains, and enchanted forests filled with both real and mythical creatures. That sounds to me a lot better than Encanto being here, which they have one scene that's based on one character that speaks to animals, and you're going to build a whole ride on that? Okay. And Indiana Jones, no. Indiana Jones is going to get some love from me in another park, but not here. And I would have two headline attractions for this section. One, of course, being Dinosaur, which still exists, but I also wanted to bring in one of Disney's what they considered a redheaded stepchild, but really is one of their best films of the experimental age, and that is Atlantis, with Atlantis Leviathan Depths. Have this be kind of a moderately thrill level attraction with intense visuals and motion with a family-friendly accessibility. So you have some thrill moments, but you can have families visit this as well. This would be a motion simulator ride with 360 projection, water and sensory effects, guest boarding, a submersible, like of course we saw in the film, and they embark on a mission to explore the lost city of Atlantis. Then, just like we saw, there is a huge Leviathan that awakens to defend the ancient secrets of Gess. Again, because you have a ride that is completely, you are encased in this vehicle. Of course, you would do a lot of this with screens and having the Leviathan come at you at the screen. But I think that having a ride that is a little thrilling and is still family accessible, but give some love to a Disney movie that doesn't get a lot of love, I think is sorely needed. And lastly, for this section, just for having a very gentle kids ride in this section of the park, I would have Elliot's Flight, very similar to Dumbo the Flying Elephant, but centered on Elliot and Pete's Dragon. Now, I mentioned that Zootopia was going to have a place in this park, and I meant it, and that is because we're going to do a Zootopia land, kind of akin to one of the other Disney parks that I know has a Zootopia section, and I wanted to build out this land because Zootopia was fun, and with the second movie coming out, I feel like this is a property that has a lot of staying power. Now, to round out this section of the park, we have 3 rides. Number 1, which is Zootopia Chase Across the City, with a moderate to high thrill level. You are a new recruit to the ZPD, Zootopia Police Department, riding in high-tech pursuit pods alongside Judy and Nick. And of course, the criminal escapes from custody, and you have to speed through multiple districts, each with their own climate, hazards, dodging traffic, leaping across rooftops, and sliding through icy Tundra Town streets. Next, we have Savannah Soar, which is a lot like Soarin' in a lot of ways. You are boarding an airship, and you are there with Gazelle as your host, soaring over Zootopia's biomes, swooping through the waterfalls of the Rainforest District, gliding over the ice cliffs of Tundra Town, and diving between the skyscrapers of Savannah Central. Lastly, Rodentia Rescue. Of course, we needed to give some love to what I think is the best character in Zootopia, Mr. Big and Little Frou Frou. And the whole point of this ride, kind of like with Ratatouille's adventure in Epcot, you're going to shrink down to rodent size via oversized sets, and you're going to help Frou Frou stop a runaway donut from causing havoc in Little Rodentia. And just be a fun ride that families can enjoy, very low thrill level. But that is how I would round out Animal Kingdom. Let me know what you thought, but again, I have a lot of love for this park because again, it is where my favorite ride, Dinosaur, lives, and I wanted to preserve that. The fact that they are taking it is terrible, and especially because of replacing it with Indiana Jones. I feel like that honestly was the reason why I'm making these videos, because what does Indiana Jones have to do in Animal Kingdom? But I digress. Well, that was Animal Kingdom, and again, I want to know, did you get it right? Did you know what my favorite ride was in all of Disney World? I would love to see if you got it right. But thank you again so much for watching this video. I would love to hear again also what you would do different. This, just like Magic Kingdom, is a video that I made for all of us to start a discussion. What you think could be done better, maybe improve on what I put in this video. I would love to hear from you, and as well, please drop a like down below. And also, if you've gotten to the end of this video and you haven't, please subscribe. Thank you to all of y'all that have subscribed recently, and I would love to have you on board the channel. Let's continue to grow it so I can continue to make videos like this for you. I love making videos like this where I get to kind of fix something, and again, this one was near and dear to my heart, so I just had to do it. Thank you again for watching this video, travelers, and as always, go with grace.